So tonight we're in the section of an understanding of how to apply the aids. Last week we did the legs, and tonight we're going to focus more on the seat. And I found this excerpt from Sally Swift. So the first thing I'm going to say is that the dressage seat, and we worked on this a couple weeks ago, or the deep seat, is 3 points, and a little bit confused in United States sometimes. The 3 points are the upper leg and the butt. Okay, so it's not like your pubic bone and your 2 seat bones. It's the 2 upper legs and then your butt. And when first learning to ride, it's possible that we grip with the upper leg and we don't let ourselves down into the saddle well enough. This is where lunging can be really useful. And the reason that I love lunging is because it lets you just focus on your feeling, and you don't have to worry as much about where the horse is going and how it's getting there. I also have a strong belief that keeping your balance is very important to being correctly understood, the aids being correctly understood. So we talked a lot about this when we were talking about the first one, a good position that includes your seat. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit again today, because today we're talking about the aids and actually how to communicate with our seat with the horse. However, I believe that your independent balance is super important. So gripping, leaning, or being too loose can lead to misunderstanding. Holding yourself upright and independent is imperative to accurate application of the aids. So I found in Sally Swift's book, Centered Riding, she has this little quote. It's mostly talking about the sitting trot, but I think it's really pertinent here, that you want to imagine a skier on a slope full of moguls. While his head and shoulders remain level, his ski legs drop down between each mogul and rise softly up again on top of the next mogul. The other thing is that we could picture a car going down the road and the wheels going up and down on those springs while the body of the car moves along smoothly above them. So that's really what we want our seat to be like. On a horse, you cannot make yourself follow the motion. You must allow the horse to do it for you, just as you do in the walk. So here we're talking a little bit about the trot, but I'm actually talking about the walk, trot, and canter. So you must allow the horse to move you. To keep the hips soft, you must also keep the head and neck free and balanced, and the back long and wide. Your lower back should not collapse and hollow. That would roll your pelvis on the horse's back. Don't let your back become stiff. It would be nice if the back could actually shorten and lengthen, but you'll have to a little bit imagine that like a rubber column. Your back is alive, but the actual back has a sponginess to it, but it's not really getting longer and shorter. So we just kind of imagine that your lower back is like acting like a cushion, but one that can't collapse all the way. So there's that slight cushioning effect in the pelvic region. So I thought that might, this idea from Sally might get us started to understand the suppleness that's required in our core and in our seat in order to apply the aids correctly.